and thanks for visiting me on a Wizarding Wednesday edition. My name is Sharon. If you're new to the channel, you've caught me at a good time. I finally have come to the point in my journey where I have unpacked the Harry Potter Lego. I've been sorting and unpacking Lego from our old house and finding a home for it in the new house. Today's video is going to be all about my Harry Potter minifigure collection. So let's get right into it. Before we get into the minifigures, go ahead and push that subscribe button. I would like to say thank you to Bricklink because that's where I did all my research for this video in order to find out the sets and the years. So these aren't in any specific order other than year. We're going to start with this little guy, Snape. Professor Severus Snape with the glow-in-the-dark head. And he is from 2001. Oh, and I'm going to start on this side so that I do not... Pretty awesome. He's from Snape's class, 4705. And I have a few characters from that class. And it doesn't surprise me because I found the little emblem from that class, the little snake. So that means I have the Lego to rebuild that set. So there is Ronald Weasley from that set as well. And then Peeves. He's so wimpy. But he is from Snape's class in 2001. All from the Sorcerer's Stone. Then we move into another set, Dumbledore's office. And there is Dumbledore. I think he is so magnificent. One of my favorite characters. I bet a lot of people feel that way. And I remember not wanting to buy into the whole castle thing yet. So we bought Dumbledore's office to see how we'd feel about like a type of a castle build. And we loved it. So we did go on to buy the castle, but I think we waited to the Prisoner of Azkaban for that. So. And then we have Harry Potter that also goes with the Dumbledore's office. I took their capes off. One, they needed to be ironed. Two, they needed to be one, they needed to be ironed. Two, they would make it very tricky for me to put them on here. These minifigures are 20 years old, so yeah, I mean, taking their heads off, putting them back on, they will crack. They will crack. So that is 5 of them so far. They're so beautiful, and I'm so glad I'm doing this. So happy to have these little minifigures from so long ago. Next, we have Dobby, his sock, and he is from Dobby's release 4731 2002. Oh, that's kind of cool. I might do that for the others later on. Then you have to be very careful. All right. And then also another favorite, Rubius Hagrid from the Sorcerer's Stone, Gringotts Bank, and he has his key. Now, it might seem random to you, characters that I have, they're main characters. To me, they were main characters. We read the books. We are Harry Potter fans. So my son was Harry Potter for kindergarten. So we read the books together at bedtime, and then we were Harry Potter fans. He played the video games on the PC. He had him on the Game Boy. I mean, Harry Potter ruled our life and probably was the gateway into Lego because we loved Potter so much. And, you know, it was just everything. I mean, we had the wand. Flipendo. We had the birthday parties. Let's see if this is strong enough. Hagrid's a pretty... Oh, almost didn't make it high enough. Hagrid's pretty substantial minifigure. So, yay, Hagrid. Dumbledore, you didn't even get a standing O. Next is Harry Potter in a dark blue jacket torso. And he goes with Aragog in the Forest. And I actually have that set. And then we have another Harry Potter from the Escape from Privet Drive. And now we have 4 Privet Drives. So that was a remake on this set. I don't own 4 Privet Drive. So I'm wondering if they also gave him that same colored shirt and all, you know, if he looks the same. For you who love Slytherin, we have Malfoy. Draco Malfoy, Slytherin shield torso from Slytherin House. And so far we can see we're all yellow, except for Dobby. Okay, Harry again. I can't get enough of them. Harry Potter, blue open shirt torso. Prisoner of Azkaban, Night Bust, 2004. Okay, now from one of my favorite sets, we have Hermione. And she has her sleeping face, and she's two-sided with her awake face. And this is from Rescue of the Merpeople, the Goblet of Fire. She's so awesome. And I have to say, I really love the Goblet of Fire. I loved the book. I love the movie. I was worried that the movie would disappoint because the book was so wonderful. But it didn't. And I still love watching that movie. And this is a magnificent little Harry in a bathing suit with his, you can see his gillyweed face. Well, you can see it in the close-up. But he's also two-sided. I think he's pretty special. He might be one of my favorite. Okay, and now for, yes, the set. I don't have the whole set, of course. I sold most of the set. And I sold most of the set because at the time, Lego had out a theme called Monsters, and it was around Halloween time, and graveyards were big, and even graveyards for cities. People want graveyards for cities. So I sold the graveyard with Harry and with He Who Shall Not Be Named. But I have this magnificent minifigure, and he is a Death Eater. Lucius Malfoy, dark bluish gray, Dementor style cape. And I love his headpiece, his hair, and he is also two-sided. And just ordinary Lucius on the back. But so another character from that very special set, The Graveyard Duel, and not a character I'm very fond of, is Peter Pettigrew. And he's had a knife in his hand for 20 years. Hasn't let it go. Sounds like Peter. And then, of course, Buckbeak, the hippogriff. So magnificent. He's actually stamped 2003. But Brick Link has him... Oh, I don't know what Bricklin has marked because my spreadsheet says 2003. I went with the stamp. So he is just beautiful. And you know, he's old, so he has a little bit of color damage, but I need to find a way to display him on the board. Thank you for visiting with me today on Bricks on the Brain. It was a pleasure building my minifigure board with you today. So much fun. And watch for me on Wednesdays for more wizarding and Harry Potter Lego. Okay, see you next week, and always, happy Legoing.